Right, hello you glorious humans, it's me, not Dr. Tamara. I am certainly not a doctor, I'm just here sharing everything they should be. Now today I want to talk about why I'm not vegan anymore. I've had so many of you inquire as to why I've gone back to eating meat, and I'm going to tell you why. Now first of all, I was vegan for 8 years. I never really liked meat when I was younger. It was never my favourite thing, never really got along with it, and when I was pregnant with my fourth child, something just switched inside of me and I don't know, I couldn't eat meat anymore. Anyway, so I was nearly 8 years a vegan. Now, when I had my last child, after I had him, my bones were aching. Like my whole body from top to toe was just aching. And this went on for a couple of years. Then a few months ago, I got this really bad gum I'm gonna say, I don't even think infection is the right word, but my gums had always not been good. Like, you should know that every time you have a baby, you lose like a layer of your teeth, right? So if you had a lot of children, chances are your teeth aren't as strong as they could be, right? So my gums, I think my gums have always been quite weak, especially over the last few years. But the last few months, I couldn't even look at them without them bleeding. Like, things have got really, really bad. Anyway, you guys know me. You know I love to research. You know I love to know everything. That's how I ended up doing what I do. I just like to know stuff and I like to share stuff. Anyway, so I started doing a lot of research into veganism and the issues with it, and I just discovered so much stuff. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of the stuff I discovered I didn't want to be true, but I'm very good and very thorough with my research, and unfortunately a lot of the stuff was true. And what it was saying was that unfortunately for a lot of vegans, especially ones with a certain blood type, which I'm going to get to in a minute, but a lot of vegans around the like 10 to 15 year mark end up going back due to health issues. They end up going back to eating meat. Now, what I discovered was there are a lot of, or at least a few very important vitamins and minerals that we can't get from a natural food source. And the thing with being vegan is, whilst you could probably get a lot of it, it's very hard to be a very good vegan. I was never a good vegan. I was a beige vegan. Like, I liked everything beige. I was never a huge fan of fruits and vegetables. I'm still flipping not. Anyway, so I did a lot of research, and I'd read about a lot of people and, you know, just their experiences and how, you know, again, their bones were aching, their teeth, their gums were bleeding, their teeth were weak, they were weak, and hair falling out, and all these kind of issues that I was experiencing myself, that I'm 37, I don't feel like I should have been experiencing. Anyway, so like I said, all my research started pointing to I should start to be introducing meat back into my diet, which I didn't like. I battled, probably for a couple of months, I really battled. And then I don't know what happened. Something just switched inside of me. One day I was like, I want some meat. And honestly, up until that point, I was vegan. I went vegan for a lot of reasons. I've got a video on that, funnily enough. But I had always felt that, I don't know, meat just wasn't for me, and I never desired it. And when I stopped eating it, I never wanted it. And when I'd even eat certain vegan things that were super meaty, it would really put me off. Like, I just couldn't stomach the meatiness of it. Anyway, back to a couple of months ago when, like I said, something just switched inside me. I wanted meat. I was craving meat. I wanted to eat a steak or something like that. Anyway, so I did. I very slowly tried to introduce some grass-fed butter into my diet. Now, what you should know is, before I even went vegan, when I was eating a bit of meat, I was making sure that I was getting very good grass-fed, locally sourced, happy animals, or as happy as animals can be, right? And I did that again. I found a farm about 45 minutes away. They had some grass-fed butter. I went and bought that, but I found that the dairy didn't agree with me so much. So shortly after that, and I mean literally shortly, within a week, I'd gone back to the place where I'd got the butter and I got some meat. And I shit you not, within 2 weeks, all right, of me eating this meat, my gums, I mean, I can show you I don't think anyone wants to get that deep into my gums, but they've stopped bleeding. Like, I was doing so much stuff and I kind of thought I'd got a handle on it. I was flossing, I've got this irrigation thing, I've got this special like probiotic toothpaste. I was doing the most. But within 2 weeks of eating that meat, I can actually, like, before I couldn't even like do that on my gums without them bleeding. Now, I mean, I can brush, I can floss, it's amazing, it's absolutely amazing. And for the first time in years, I am not aching from head to toe. And it's, it's nothing short of miraculous, to be quite honest with you. So it was a very hard decision to come to, but honestly, I think for me now, personally, it's one of the best decisions I could have made for myself. Now, I want to say a few things about what tipped me over the edge, aside from the research. There are two people I really can't stand in this universe. One of them is Bill Gates and the other one is Kim Kardashian. In fact, I'm going to say the whole Kardashian family. But what happened was a few months ago, I started seeing, first of all, there's been such an influx of vegan products. And I don't think anything that heavily processed is good for you. When you're getting a fake vegan cheese, you're getting like 40 ingredients versus when you're just getting some cheese, right? I was struggling to figure out what was fucking the worst. And honestly, I came to the conclusion that it's the stuff that's heavily processed and with all the chemicals in, right? But when Bill Gates started up that Beyond Meat shit, and when Kim Kardashian started promoting the fake meat, I just knew that it was wrong. And being the like tinfoil hat that I am, over the years, I'd seen stuff in the conspiracy community that had been saying, veganism is a conspiracy. They're trying to make everybody weak. And the more research I did and my own feelings and all of this stuff, I was like, and when they started promoting it, I was like, I think that's what's happening. They're trying to fuck us all up. There is so many angles of which we are attacked and just shoved a bunch of toxicity. And I think food is one of the biggest ways they get us. And already the food is so fucked up. But to introduce all this vegan stuff now, as much as I think, it feels very positive, especially for poor people who've been vegan for so long and literally just living off of lettuce. It all seems very good, but I don't think. I think there is certainly a darker side to it. And like I said, when them two started promoting it, I was like, fuck this. I probably definitely do need some meat. Now, what I quickly want to talk about before I end this is the blood type diet. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of this, and I'll probably make another video going into it more. But basically, just when I went vegan, I started learning about blood type diets. Now, basically, we've all got a blood type. There's like 4 different blood types, and you are one of them. And depending on your blood type is how you're supposed to eat. And what happened was, when I first went vegan, I started reading about the blood type diet and discovered that my blood type in particular, which is O positive, the oldest blood type they can trace back, is actually, you're not supposed to be eating beans, legumes, pulses, all the things that I was pretty much living off of, but I'm supposed to be eating a lot of lean meat and a few vegetables, right? Now, when I first read that, when I'd gone vegan, me being a strong Aquarius woman that I am, I was like, fuck that, I don't care. I was like, I'm not eating meat, didn't care. But when I was doing my research, I came back to this blood type diet, and it was, again, talking about how, I'm not supposed to be eating the way I'm eating, and there is a particular blood type, I think it's AB, that is actually built for a vegan diet. They do not do very well with meat and things like that, so they're actually supposed to be eating vegan, and they thrive. And so I brought this up on my story on Instagram, and I've got this woman who follows me, and she's fantastic. She's actually like a head chef at a really fancy vegan restaurant. And she said to me, this is true. She said a lot of the vegans who become ex-vegans have gone back because their O blood type has driven them to, because they've just been so sickly and been so unwell. And over the years, it's really started to take its toll. So she kind of confirmed that to me, and I just thought, you know what? I think I'm supposed to be eating differently. And do you know what I always say to people? Like, if you're not able to admit that you're wrong, or you've maybe fucked up or done something that you shouldn't have, your inability to adapt to the situation is what's going to fuck you up. You wrong and strong all day. Like, seriously, I'm an Aquarius. Like, I could do wrong and strong, but it doesn't serve me. It doesn't make me feel good. And actually, as much as I didn't want the answers to be what they were, I am feeling so much better. And what I will say quickly before I end this is that I'm not sure about the spiritual sides of veganism. I certainly went vegan at a time. I definitely needed to, and it was very good for me mentally, physically, spiritually. Like, I wouldn't change it. But I do think now, having the ability to go, maybe I got that a little bit wrong, and maybe I should be different, doing things differently, it's actually made such a change and so quickly. And I am just feeling so much better. So it's brought a certain sense of freedom with it. Like, I don't know if you saw my vlog on when I went to Switzerland a couple of weeks ago, but I've been traveling a lot the last couple of years, and every country I've been to, they've not really understood the vegan thing. Like, I remember when I first went to Morocco, my assistant, she's Arabic, and I got her to like write out this thing in Arabic that just said, I'm vegan, I don't eat this, I don't eat that, da, 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 da. Anyway, when I got to Morocco and to the restaurant, I showed it to the man, and he literally just read it, laughed at me and went, why are you like this? And walked off. They didn't care about me being vegan there. And so everywhere I've been away, I've just been munching pretty much air and hope. Anyway, so when I went to Switzerland, I was so ready for some of that grass-fed beef, like so flipping ready just to eat my way around Switzerland. And boy, did I do that. And I felt so free. I felt so good. I felt so unrestricted. And all the bad things that I thought were going to happen did not happen. And I just feel a lot better. And so I just want to say to any of you that, you know, maybe in this battle now, feeling unwell, feeling like you're lacking something, feeling like you want to go back to meat, but don't want to, because the vegan community is a bunch of psychopaths, you know, like, and I said that from when I was in the vegan community. I've never really associated with them because they are, like, a lot of them crazy people, right? Point is, do not let them or anybody sway your decision if you need to do something for your health, all right? We are all just doing the best we can where we can with what we have, all right? And that's all anyone can ever fucking do. So if you, like I said, you've been thinking, you've been feeling bad and you want to do this, and the only thing that's stopping you is the opinions of other people and a few like crazy vegans waving their cucumbers, don't let that stop you, all right? This is honestly, for me personally, been absolutely life-changing. It's made such a difference. I feel so much better. And all I can say is that, you know, if some of you are going to make this change and been feeling bad, I would just like to hope that I've encouraged you to maybe make that change and feel good about it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this up because I have waffled on quite enough, but I just want to say thank you for watching. Can you please subscribe to my channel? Like, this is my new place of work, okay? If you lot don't start subscribing and liking my shit, I'm about 45 seconds from selling pictures of my feet on the internet, all right? So can you please do that stuff? Leave me a comment. Let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy, you know, I'm very open with everything I do. Happy to answer everything, well, within reason. So let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. And that's it. I just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for all your likes and your comments and all of that stuff. It really makes a difference. I love you all very much. Have a glorious day.